Welcome to today's Seidokan Saturday. So today we're going to look at a Kempo technique again, and this is number 3 of the Kempo series. So we've done 6 and 7 and now 3 of the Kempos. Go back to the previous ones if you want to see how they correlate to the Seidokan. Similar to Seidokan 2, where we sidestep, similarly we did Kempo 7 where we sidestep with the kick. Kempo 3 still operates on that same side in a similar fashion, but is a little longer. So the Kempo techniques tend to finish, again, where the Seidokan techniques tend to be irimi, or just the entry, just the setup. There is a pattern of enter, control, dispatch. The attack comes, I move in or receive the attack, I get control, and the receiving the attack might require also a hit or some kind of grab or whatever. I control my opponent, and then I dispatch or finish him up. There are several layers and levels that occur, but the Kempo techniques tend to complete that cycle, where the Seidokan techniques tend to either be a one and done or an irimi, an entry or a setup that can then lead you to other finishes, where we would add our tweety in Seidokan and so forth. So Kempo 3 goes the same side of the punch, but now we're going forward at a 45-degree angle. I step to a horse, or shikodachi, either one, but I prefer horse because then my feet are lined up 45 to my opponent as I parry and then punch. Now, depending on which Kempo group you look at, this punch might be the short ribs, could be to the groin. If they're doing an oizuki punch, hitting the groin here is a little awkward, as you'll see in a minute, so it's easier to the rib. If they're doing the barroom swing, the groin is wide open there, great place. What did Mr. Miyagi tell Daniel in Karate Kid 2, primary target, Daniel-san. Okay, so always good. Sidestep parry. This can also be done as a double block, circling and then punch to the groin. From here, this hand has stayed up. I follow his arm up to the shoulder, bending him down if my punch to the rib or groin hasn't already done so. Back punch, urazuki, or back two-knuckle punch through the head. Bang, right in the temple and on through. Here I will grab either the shoulder or hook a pressure point behind his neck as I pull as if to prepare for a low block. So I pulled one shoulder up, pushed the other shoulder down. He essentially has his back right on my arm at this point. Finish by completing the takedown, pivot in where I can reach his face with a punch, kiai, hai! Step back 180 degrees, again presenting the side horse guard position. Do it from this side so you can kind of see that angle. Again, I block punch or double block punch. Grab the shoulder, back punch through the head, grab the opposite shoulder, pull in, pushing the other shoulder away. At this point, I release this shoulder, pull him to the ground, pivot punch kiai, stepping back 180 degrees so I present my side profile as the finish. So I have my daughter Tara and Dave Nelson as partners today. Come this way just a little bit, okay? They're each going to do it a couple of times. So Dave, let's have you punch, or no, Tara punch first and Dave will go. And then we'll switch it, so do it. And I'll step out of the way. Hey! Hey! Good, up. And now Tara's turn so you can see the opposite angle. Hey! Excellent. And up. Good. So the point I was talking about grabbing, if I can use Tara here, thanks Dave. The point I was talking about grabbing as she's punched, notice in this position, it's hard to hit the groin. Switch feet. If she'd thrown more of a circular barroom type punch, now that's an easy target. Okay, so switch back. Secondly, after I punch here, the point I'm grabbing is right at the front of where the carotid nerve runs down the front of her neck. It's the sternocleidomastoid muscle that enters at the collarbone, and I just pinch that a little bit, okay? That allows me to turn her and punch. In real life, I might actually even hit her with a thrusting, a vertical tapezuki before she even gets to the ground. I might just punch and be ready, then again, pivot back. That's our Kempo yakusoku number 3. As an adjunct and a continuation to the same sidestepping block concept of Seidokan 2 and Kempo 7. Thank you again for joining our Seidokan Saturday, and as always, until next week, keep practicing.